Alright, so a little bit of a discussion video. So, before we get started, like the video, say nut in the comments, and subscribe, because it makes your butt cheeks look a lot more shinier than they already are. And who doesn't like having super shiny butt cheeks? And then, man, hey, let's get into it. Alright, so there's going to be three things I really want to talk about real quick. The first one being, I do want to say, again, thank you guys very much. Since I got past the 1,000 subscribers and I got the strike off my channel, surprisingly I did get accepted into the YouTube partnership program. So yeah, man, big appreciation to all of you. Like,
Mouth. Nice.
I really am thankful, man. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm not expecting to make shit off of it, but it's just kind of cool that I even got accepted. Like, I was pretty confident that YouTube was just gonna tell me to go fuck myself. Like, yeah, I'll just apply. Fucking why not? But yeah, again, man, just a big ass fucking appreciation to all of y'all. Like, I really do appreciate it, man. Like, thank you. So, second thing I do want to move on to is I wanted to ask a question. How has Nikke been for you? I mean, it's already been like what, 2 years and 2 months already, or about 3 months? Like, do you feel like you're a little burnt out from the game? Do you feel like the devs aren't doing enough? Stuff like that. So, I just want to give my opinion on like how I feel about the game real quick, and hopefully, I don't know, like, everyone just gives me what their thoughts and opinions are. But for me, I'm still loving it just as much as I played it, like from the very first day. Which is funny because I don't think I was there for the very first day. I think I tried to when I was at work, but yeah, I'll try to take a picture of it, man. But that piece of shit laptop that I still have, and if you've seen my channel, know if you heard me talk about this fucking laptop, like it's a Lenovo, something like a Lenovo ThinkPad, but man, that thing was a piece of shit. I even replaced the SATA SSD on it, and like it runs a little bit better. Well, actually, it runs a lot better now, but yeah, that thing was ass, bro. And that's actually how I used to record some of my videos, was on that thing. Like, oh shit, like, it's like, fuck, this thing sucks, man. Like, I remember like that old thing was like giving out, so I think it was taking like Nikke like 30 minutes to load. But before then, I was running it on BlueStacks, and that shit used to suck ass, like. Because if it didn't load all the way, then yeah, it would just crash and have to redo the entire process again. And even if I finally made it past the title screen, it was like, okay, maybe I could play for like 10, 15 minutes. And yeah, I couldn't get all the dailies done. But, you know, I'm going a little bit of a side render here, my bad. But, well, I'm get related to Nikke. But yeah, so what I was saying is, personally, I still love the game as much as I've been playing it since day one. Well, not day one of the release, but when I started playing it. But yeah, man, I still love it. Although one thing I will say is, when it really comes to shit, though, I feel like they take their sweet ass time doing anything for this game. Like I mean, don't get me wrong, they have done some good things. Like, they're giving us some pretty good quality of life improvements. But one thing I do have an issue with is how they constantly keep talking about something, but they don't seem to do anything about it. Like, perfect example, Champion Arena. It's been talked about so many times, and I know we're getting it soon, I think. But it's like, y'all keep talking about it. It's been like listed in the games. Like, are you gonna do anything about it? Like, they take their not only that, man. The game takes quite a while to launch. Like, shit, man. Especially on the phone, like, it takes a good while, man. Like, damn. Like, okay, so this is where we're at. But I mean, don't worry. I still like what they do. Like I said, I love the way the story is. Like, they do a really good job on that. I will give it to, they do try to keep some open communication, so that's pretty good. I feel like that'd be asking too much from Chinese devs, but that's for something else. But yeah, I mean, I'm still loving the game. I love the characters that we're getting. Which is funny, 'cause I know I was bitching about it with the puzzle ratings for Mana, but I mean, I do know we're gonna get new characters, but again, it was just during the holiday season, so yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. We're just gonna get some more outs. Like, okay, cool. But overall, man, I mean, I still love the game, man. I'll definitely see myself still playing this for years. I mean, because compared to other mobile games, like Nikke is something I could definitely see myself putting time into. One thing I don't think I've ever talked about before is the first mobile game I really got into, which was Fire Emblem Heroes. And because I can't remember if I played any other gacha. If anything, I was just playing like shitty mobile games, like on an old ass iPod Touch that I used to have. But I don't know, something with like the Evil Dead or some shit like that. I forgot. I think it was like a downloaded game. Like, you didn't have to like buy anything, as far as I can remember. But then that was years ago. But yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes was the one game that I really put a lot of time into and money into. Well, again, which is kind of funny. I don't play any. I hardly do any Fire Emblem content on my channel, but Fire Emblem is my number one franchise. I fucking love Fire Emblem, but. Yeah, man, it's been a good bit. But yeah, with that game, I think I put maybe like 6 years and a few months into that game, thousands of dollars. But fucking yeah, I just got really bored of the game. Just the power creep was just ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, I'm not willing to invest in units that they're just gonna become dog shit within fucking like a few months or two or some shit like that. But yeah, so I dropped that fucking game. Kind of like Azure Lane. I used to be really into Azure Lane, but after a while, and this is like the one thing that I get a kick out of with some mobile games, like that's kind of all they have to offer is the eye candy, like really good fat bowl material. And after a while, you're like this is kind of ass. Like don't get me wrong, I like ass and titties as much as the next guy, I really do, but I don't, Azure Lane is just that shitty gameplay is just one of those things. Like cool, it's just an idle game, cool. Like I'm just here for the artwork, but now I'm at the point where like some other dude will fucking buy it or just look it up on Dumboro or something like cool. Like I don't give a shit about the live 2D shit. Which has always been kind of funny because sometimes I see some posts and I'm pretty sure the guys are just joking or maybe they're being serious. I don't know, man. But I've seen some people that are like, oh man, Nikke needs to step up their game. Like, look at this stuff from like Brown Dust 2 or whatever. And I look at it like, okay, cool. So it's just got really good animations. Like, gameplay still doesn't look that appealing to me. Which is kind of funny because it kind of reminds me of fucking Octopath Traveler, which I really enjoyed. But the main difference being is Octopath Traveler, there's no fucking microtransactions. You just play the game and it has a badass story. Who knows, maybe Brown Dust 2 might have a good story, but I am not willing to play the game, so fuck it, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of why I've been kind of iffy on like some of the mobile games I play. Like, so right now it's really just Outer Plane and Nikke that I'm really playing at the moment. Which I know sounds kind of funny because I know I just talk shit about gameplay and I'm like Outer Plane's more like kind of like an idle game. I see some people say it's kind of like Epic 7, but I never played Epic 7. But I don't know, I just kind of like playing Outer Plane just for the hell of it. Doesn't take too long to do the dailies, but yeah, I know I'm kind of being a hypocrite saying that, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. That's kind of why these kind of games nowadays, I'm like, well, actually, one thing I had picked up is Wuthering Waves. That's right. Yeah, I'm actually really getting into the game. Like it took like 3 tries for me to actually get into it, but and like as soon as I started skipping the longest like story intro, I'm like, you know what, the gameplay is actually pretty damn fun. I like this. But yeah, so that's kind of like my opinions on some of the mobile games the way they are nowadays. So yeah, like I know there are some people who play the shit out of fucking mobile games. Like I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be getting into that thing, which I kind of already am getting back into that rabbit hole. Like, oh shit, man, fuck me. But yeah, so I know that's kind of going off the topic of Nikke, but that's just kind of giving my thoughts about it. And again, I mean, I do see myself playing Nikke for a long time. I mean, one thing I would like for them to do is I would like to see like a Gears of War clone, but with Nikke is that I think that would be fucking cool. But yeah, I mean, besides that, I mean, the devs have done a really good job adding stuff. Like, I got the new favorite items. Like I did the video for Helm, which that was really fucking good. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, but like I said, they just seem to take their sweet ass time when it comes to doing stuff for the game, which is kind of disappointing. It's like, man, make all this fucking money, man. You can't speed up the fucking process. Like, well, again, I mean, I don't know how the studio size is and how many employees they actually have working on this shit, but damn, they take their fucking sweet time. And I'm pretty sure they got other projects that they're working on, stuff like that. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's related, but, you know, possibly putting the Stellar Blade PC port, you know, that could be taking up time. But, again, I'm pretty sure they got maybe, like, different divisions for that. Again, I'm not a game creator or game dev, so I don't fucking know. But I'm just some fat fuck giving my opinion on the internet. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I feel about Nikke. I could definitely see myself, you know, playing this, you know, for years on end. I really do love it. Love the characters, which that is probably one thing that I really love about Nikke. Because unlike Azure Lane, you know, where like every 2 weeks, or here's like 3-4 new waifus, or Nikke's like, cool, every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, here's a new waifu. But I like it because I think that gives them time. Well, I mean, I know they make these things ahead of time, but they have the time to actually put personality into the character, and that's what I like about the game. Like, yeah, the character's hot, like Tuve that I have right here, but I like her personality. I like how much of an airhead she is. She's stupid, but she likes to make like survival tools and stuff like that. She really wants to try her best, looking at videos of the past and stuff like that, of like how survivalists did it back in the day. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. And I really like Nikke. Again, I see myself playing this a lot more going into the future. And who knows, maybe it'll surpass Fire Emblem Heroes. I mean, that would be some shit right there. It's like, damn. Because again, that was like 6 years, man. But holy shit. And I know I keep going a little bit of side rants here and there, but again, this is just something I really like to talk about. So again, I want to pose the question, like, so how do you feel about Nikke? You know, has it been treating you pretty well? Like, are you liking what the devs are doing? Do you like the story? Which, I mean, you know, in my opinion, I fucking love the story. It is amazing as hell. Granted, they should probably give us an official timeline. That'd be pretty cool, but that I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I mean, I think I'm pretty well versed in it sometimes, even though I get stuff wrong like a dumbass, or I like speak about them incorrectly, which I have been called out before. Like, okay, so I got my fat ass humbled. But yeah, so going actually, so the last thing is the third topic I want to talk about. It's kind of just like a one-off little thing, but I wanted to ask, like, how would you guys feel about a Q&A? Like you could even throw some questions in this video if you want to, but just ask me, like, like 2 or 3 questions, and I'll maybe make a video, see what y'all guys want to ask me, and I'll answer them best to my ability. And by that I mean just bullshit through most of it. But yeah, so that's all I really want to talk about real quick. Just make a little discussion video, see what y'all guys think about Nikke at the moment, and to see if you're willing to stay, or if maybe you're getting bored and moving on to a different game, stuff like that. But just to reiterate, man, like the video, say nothing in the comments, and subscribe. And then, man, hey, thanks for watching. Nut.